Hey, so this is just an update on me, on my ACC, the Adrenal Cortical Carcinoma, the Cushing's, and yeah, no big story, no crisis update, just kind of where my body and my head are at with what's going on with my treatment. So last week I missed a few days of taking my nighttime medication. I could really tell that it messed me up. I was on a huge adrenaline rush, just surge after surge after surge. I was up for 3 days straight. It was a lot to deal with, and it really wrecked my body. I had a lot of back pain going. The back pain's still ongoing. It keeps ranging between 6 and 10. I'm talking to my doctors about it in the morning to figure out what's going on. And they got me medication for it, as you saw, or if you saw my last video, you saw how fast that happened when it came through. So that's kind of the physical piece there. The other physical piece is I went to wash my beard, and it started coming out in chunks. So that was definitely different for me. Chemo got one side effect on me, and it took my beard. So this is what I went down to. I am going to now just kind of shave everything and let it grow in as it grows in and see what happens, because I'm tending to get like a 5 o'clock mustache. So if that's how it goes, that's how it goes. We'll see. Yeah, you got to understand, I got retested for everything, and my cortisol is still through the roof. It's supposed to be, in a normal range up to 64, and mine is now down. It's down from what it was. The medicine is starting to work, but it's still in the 900s instead of the 1500s. So that still does a lot emotionally, man. Everything comes with it to the 10th power. It's really hard to regulate and deal with that. And I was able to luckily reconnect with a friend and have coffee and keep it mostly in check, and be able to talk and have a real conversation for about an hour. And that was one of the most amazing milestones ever, was that I was able to actually reconnect with somebody and just be, and kind of get to be myself a little bit and be able to talk and socialize. And yeah, it's really hard to have it's hard to be patient. It's hard to be motivational. It's hard to have your own motivation. Sleep is always the biggest thing, and we're trying really hard with different medications to get new sleep and get more sleep. So, but when I am able to, it works to heal everything. I feel so much different in the morning. My legs aren't swollen. That's something that kind of came along with it after my hamstring injuries, is I haven't been able to get any of that swelling down. My face has been slowly deflating, but it's hard to tell now because of the lack of my beard. It's hard to go back and look, but you can kind of see it with my eyes. And yeah, and I guess part of my Cushing's is because it makes my eyes bulge, which has messed with my vision. And even I've been waiting since October, probably beginning of October, to get my new glasses. And hey, they finally showed up today, so that was awesome. It's nice being able to see again. That is huge. So I really enjoyed that. And yeah, it's, the medications that I'm on with the sleep and the Isturisa, the the one for the Cushing, has all been very helpful. And then my blood pressure is still really hard to get regulated because of the amount of adrenaline and everything that comes with the Cushing's. And the doctors are having a hard time adjusting everything. Like, my medication for the Cushing's is about to go up starting tonight. And so they're upping it from 2 milligrams to 3 milligrams. And when I met with my endocrinologist today, he said you could probably see a bump every week until we get it under control. So that's where we're at. That just means I got to get tested every week, have blood drawn, all that good stuff. One of the tests that they do to measure my cortisol is I have to pee into a cylinder thing. It's not like a bucket, it's more like a carton. And, or get your pee into it if you have to use a urinal or whatever. And that you have to do for 24 hours. Like an entire 24 hours. I filled that thing last time. The time before that, I filled it plus some. So I made sure that I got an extra one this time just to do. Yeah. So on that level, like, there's good days and there's bad days with all of this. That on a good day, I can control the emotional level and keep everything good and keep everything positive. And on a bad day, oh man, there's times when I'm just weepy and feeling sorry for myself and down in the dumps. And some of that has to do with the pain levels. Some of it just has to do with the emotional aspect of all of it. And yeah, and it all changes so quickly. Like, you don't know. You're just there one day and working through stuff, and all of a sudden you just start crying, or you just start feeling your heart flutter. I feel that a lot, and that comes with the adrenaline, is that heart flutter, especially when I start getting upset and I start to hulk out. But that's happened a lot less. So right now I'm just trying to manage what I'm doing by being around my family more, working on my home more, and staying home with all of that, and setting boundaries for myself and not trying to overdo things, because that's kind of in my nature. Is once I start doing something, I want to pour everything I got into it. And right now it's just, instead of that, let's take our time, make new memories, and be focused on that. And that's where I'm at. So that's what's going on with my ACC and my Cushing's disease and all of that. And sometimes being the bear doesn't mean that you push through it nonstop. It means knowing when to stand and when to rest. And lately I've had to rest a bit and stand for other things. So thank you for continuing on and being here and watching. If you're not subscribed already, please do so. That way you get notified. And if you hit the bell, it'll notify you when I put stuff up, because it's not going to be daily anymore. I can't promise that. I'm just going to update you as I can. But I hope you're enjoying my journey as much as I am. I know my family is. So, and they're the ones I'm making this content for. So, best of luck to you if you are going through this with ACC or Cushing's or both. Don't hesitate to reach out, man. It's hard going through it alone.